This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, very good morning to all. So in today's session, we are going to continue the conditional statements. In the last session, we discussed about the conditions, right? Yeah. Let me open the file. I think we written a file here. Conditions.html is the file we written. So I think we got one clarity here by last session. Whatever we are passing into the parenthesis, that is going to be treated as a condition generally. We know hello world, hi, how are you, some number, true are all the statements. Because of passing them to this parenthesis, they are going to become conditions. Right, so don't worry. So whatever the value you are going to be passed into the parenthesis, this is going to be called as condition. And this is going to be evaluated. After evaluating, it will give two values. It will give either true or it will give you either false. Sometimes you may get something called null also. Sometimes you may get something called undefined. So these are the things we are going to see, guys. Null, undefined, false, or true. After evaluating the expression, uh, there may be a lot of things may be there. Sometimes it may be some value also, right? Whatever the value it may be, that may be a string value, number value, integer value, whatever it may be. If you got these three situations or zero also now, it may be a zero also. If we can got these situations, four situations, after evaluating the expression, if you got these any of the four, we cannot get the output, guys. The condition will becomes false. After evaluating the expression, after calculating the expression, if you got any of these values, you will never get the true block. Automatically else block will be executed. Otherwise you will get the block of code execution. Okay, so this is what if statement. So in the if statement, I want to pass many conditions also, guys, here like this. Now you can see I'm passing here 10 less than 5. We can pass like this also. I'm asking a question. Is the 10 is less than 5? 10 is less than 5. Now you can check. I'm refreshing the page. Just refresh the page and you can check the output of the program, whether we are getting the output or not. I'm not getting output. Do you have any error here? I don't have any error as well in the console. Console is very clear. So it's not true. If you can take 10 greater than 5, definitely you can see the output because 10 is greater than 5 now. So 10 is not less than 5, 10 is greater than 5. So definitely we are getting the output. Based on the condition evaluation, you will get the things. Now you can see I'm taking ORR, I'm taking a string something called welcome. So what is my output here? If I didn't use this or operator anywhere, now I'm using or operator. Or means any one of the expression is true. Here for this operator we have something in the left hand side, for this operator we have something in the right hand side. Just imagine I'm removing everything. This will be true, you are getting the output, and I'm adding this. And what is this, guys? Here simply you can evaluate like this, guys. I think you know truth tables maybe. This is going to be true, and ORR, that is also going to be true. So if these two are evaluated, you will get a true only, right? We know truth tables, guys. I think A intersection B, A union B. I think you may learned, right? So this is going to be A, B, A union B. Something like will be there. Do you guys can understand? A union B, A intersection B. Here it will be true, and true it will be true. If it is a false, false, it will be false, right? We know true, false, it will be true again, right? I think we know very well about this. The same situation. So here I'm writing A or B, or else I'm using the mathematical operator, something like this. What is the mathematical operator we are using? A, pipe symbols, and B, something like we are using. You can use anyone. Actually, what I am using, this is the left hand side expression, right hand side expression. After evaluating this, you are getting true. If both are true, I will get it true. The same situation also we are able to see. You can see this is also evaluated to true, and this is also evaluated true. After evaluating these two, it is going to be again evaluated, and your output is going to be finally something. Now you can take AND operator also. If you can take AND operator also, it will be works for you properly, guys. Now you can check this. It is working now. Why? Because true and true. So we know the truth table. What is the truth table exactly? Here we are going to have. So B, A and B. So we know this is what exactly A and B. I mean ORR. I can write A interest and symbol with B, something like this. Also we can write. Now you can take this true, true. It will be true. True, false. It will be false. In AND operator, if one is false, that is going to be false. We don't want to do anything. False, true. Again, it is going to be false only. If it is a false and false, if both are false, it will be false automatically, right? Can you see here? So if here also in the or operator, if both are false, this is also going to be false. We know these truth tables. These are called truth tables. Maybe you may study it somewhere in your 10th standard, ninth standard, maybe in intermediate, I mean +1 +2 also you may complete it. The same story, guys. Here I'm also implementing. I'm not writing any new thing here. Okay, now you can check this. I'm writing this as undefined. Can we see what is this is called? Undefined. So undefined means we cannot get output. Generally, I'm removing this. Just I'm trying with undefined. Just you can see, are you getting any output? No. Now undefined means I can consider it as a false. This is true. Now you can evaluate this. Now what is going to happen? This is true. This is and this is going to be false. After evaluating P and F, can we go and check this? P and F is evaluated value is again a false. So if it is false, again what is going to be happen? You are not going to get the output. Now you can check this. Are we going to get the output here? Definitely not. Now I'm refreshing the page. Can you see? You are not getting the output. So this is how these conditions and expressions are going to be evaluated properly. Guys, this is very important. Please check the things carefully. Okay, now we have one more thing called else statement. I think I'm removing. You have an idea about this, right? So else, guys, generally, what is the meaning of if? If meaning, if meaning of the if, meaning, meaning generally in your own language, Telugu, Hindi. If you can go to in your own language, Kannada, whatever it may be, in your own language you can get the meaning of it. For the same manner, for else also you can get the meaning for it, meaning, meaning in your own language. Else and if. So if it is a Telugu, aite lepte kanuka. If it is a Hindi, agar maybe, right? So and else means aur agar, right? So if means agar, else means aur agar, and Telugulo else ante kakapote maybe, right? Something like this, guys. It will become right. Just I'm talking about, right? If the condition is okay, if the condition is evaluated, generally we are using if statement as of now. If we are having condition, okay, condition, that's all. We are not writing anything. So this is, we know the true block. If this condition is evaluated to true, if the condition is evaluated true, the block of code will be executed. This is the block of code. This will get executed. Just we know what exactly a condition and how the block of code will be executed. Very nice. Okay, if the condition is not false, I want to execute something. If this is okay, execute this block. If this condition is not okay, you have to tell the reason, right? You have to tell the reason. Generally, I want to tell you one situation. As a user is entering username and password, username and password. After verifying these two, so what we need to do? Verify these two. If valid, we have to verify. If valid, we have to redirect to home page. That's all. If it is not verified, I mean, if it is invalid, we have to display some error message. Na? Definitely, in this point of time, if it is a success, display something. If it is a error, display something, right? We have to use both. You can use else block as well as you can use true block. You can use else block as well as true block, guys. This is very important. Keep it in mind. If statement. When can I go for if statement, sir? Sir, I want to handle only success blocks only. In this point of time, you can go if statement. Sir, I want to handle both success and error messages also. Then else block also will be added here. So in this point of time, now I am going to write something. If this is the block of code, here it is going to be followed else statement like this. If the condition evaluated here is okay, whatever it may be, condition you return, if it is evaluated to true, the block of code will be, sorry, true block will be executed. We know yesterday I think I written this is going to be true block and this is going to be false block. Simply says false block, false, false block. True block and false block, that's all, guys, here. So if the condition is evaluated to true, that is, if the condition is not evaluated to true, this is exactly, I think you got some clarity what exactly this is. So I want to handle both. I want to handle success messages as well as error messages. 100% we have to go for if else statement. No, I want to handle only success messages. If statement only, we can go for it, right? So else block. If it is the case, I want to display something. Otherwise, I don't want to do anything. If statement. So I want to handle both, then you can go with if and else statement. Now you can see, so in this point of time I'm going to remove this. I'm going to write directly. We know if you can write this directly, block of code will get executed automatically. It is an independent block, so we don't have any dependency. This is working. Now I'm adding else block in front of it. My doubt, first of all, can we write else statement independently like this? I'm directly writing else statement, directly writing. This is earlier I written if statement. You can see this is the if statement we written. In the same manner, I am writing else statement also. Is it valid? 100% this is not valid, guys, right? So it is going to give you a syntax error. You cannot do like this exactly. Let us go there and let me show you whether it is working or not. I'm refreshing the page. It is going to give you a syntax error. Unexpected token else. Without if statement, there is no else statement. If you can write if statement, then only we can write the else statement. Remember, else statement always depends upon the if statement. If statement is there, then only else statement will be exists. This is exactly the thing. Without if statement, we cannot write this independently. Is the else statement will always depends upon the if statement. So some condition, whatever it may be, you are going to write some condition, and if the condition is evaluated to true, you will be here. Otherwise, it is going to the else block. Let me do some small change into these statements. I'm going to take something here. In this, I'm going to write sorry, something went wrong. Sorry, wrong credentials or something like sorry, S-O-R-Y, sorry, wrong details, 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 something like this I'm taking, guys. Okay, details. Now you can check this, whatever the condition it may be, I'm taking this as a 10. Whatever it may be, you can take it. It will be works for you. Hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, right? Okay, you can do one thing. I'm taking two variables, guys, here, where user equal to username equal to rom is the username, and one more variable I'm taking where password equal to, I'm taking this as a 1234. Okay, now this is the 1234 is the password. If the credentials are entered by you are valid, for example, let us assume you are filling the data into a login form, right? There you have to enter your username and password. Okay, you submit the login form. Let us assume I collected the data here. Whatever the data you entered in the login form, I collected here. There is a rom and 1234. If I'm writing one condition, so I'm writing document.write. I'm writing a h1 tag here. Welcome to username. Let me concatenate the username here. I'm just going to write the username. Okay, this is what username. So otherwise in the else block, what I want to do, if the credentials are okay, that is a message. Otherwise, document.write. we can write simply by saying that WRIT, right? Now I'm writing a paragraph tag with a message, sorry, wrong credentials. Sorry, wrong, CREDENTIALS, wrong credentials. This is what exactly I want to display, guys. Okay, now? Right. So here, how can we verify these two? Now you can see I'm writing username equal to Ram. Simply, I'm going to take like this, guys, here, RAM Ram. Both should be matched, not anyone. And now you can see PASSWRD password equal to, I'm going to take 1234. That password equal to 1234, and this is Ram. Both are matched. Now you can see, oh, this is a different file, same file, right? Yeah, we are getting welcome to Ram. If anyone is wrong, now I'm making the password you entered as 123567. Now you can submit this. Now you can see, sorry, wrong credentials. Okay, but we are manually adding this data. We don't have any inputs here, right? We are manually adding this data. Later, when we are creating the forms, we will discuss all about these things. When I'm discussing form handling in JavaScript, then we can see how exactly the things will be happen. Okay, now you can see I take an AND operator here. Sometimes you may have confusion, sir, when should I take AND operator, when should I take OR operator here, right? So remember, in Facebook, for example, you want to log into Facebook, you entered valid username, valid password, you will be entered into the application. For example, in the Facebook login, if you can enter valid username and invalid password, will they allow you to log in? Definitely not. In this point of time, both should be must and surely true. And the username you entered and password you entered, both should be true. Then AND operator, if both should be true. No, if you can take OR operator here, then what is going to be happen, if anyone is right, either username may be right or password may be right, you will be logged into the application. But this is not a good situation, guys, in this point of time. In this point of time, definitely you have to use AND operator. If any one is true, earlier OR operator is allowing you to log into the application. So in AND operator, what will be happen if anyone is true, we cannot log into the application, because AND operator, what it will do, if anyone is wrong, it will be going to return false only, guys, right? So we can do anything here. Right, so this is how we can use the conditions, and slowly we will learn how to use the conditions also. Don't worry about it. This is all about if and else statement. There is one more statement, guys, here, that is going to be else if statement. What is this else if statement? So if means, else means, else if means, oh, what is this exactly? If it is the case, execute this task. If it is not this, execute some other task. If it is also not this, execute some other task. If it is also not, if it is matched, right? You can see, guys, I'm writing if it is matched, execute some logic. Okay. If it is not matched, simply it is else block. This is if block. If it is not matched, if it is if it is also not matched, then we can go for else if statement. I don't know what is the meaning of else if exactly in Hindi. That's why. So simply I'm saying you, it is matched, okay, not matched. It is also not matched. So nothing but I want to check one of many conditions. One of many conditions. In this, any one is matched, execute the block of code. Otherwise, we don't want to execute anything, guys. Let me show you a small example here so that you will understand. Here, else if also, else if is used to check multiple conditions, guys. Here, it is not only small thing. Else if is used to check multiple conditions. Let me do. I have a variable where m equal to, I'm taking this as a 85. Okay, let me take this as a marks. Marks is equal to, for example, you got marks 86 in a subject. So I want to assign you the grade. If 90, A grade. If 80, B grade. If 60, D grade. If 70, C grade. Like this. If below that, I want to make it fail. I want to make it fail. So exactly. So what we can do here, now you can check this, right? Exactly. Now I am writing a condition. If marks marks greater than or equal to 90. So greater than or 90. Marks may be 90 or are more than 90. In this point of time, what I need to do, I have to display grade A. Okay. Let me write the same document dot write. In this, I'm going to take grade grade A. Okay. This is the grade A. Now you can check this. You are not getting any output. Why? Because condition is not a true. Okay. The same, I'm writing else if statement here like this. This is the else if statement, guys. Exactly. In this else if, I mean, we're taking one more condition. Marks mock greater than or equal to, this is going to be 80. So here also, I'm going to write document dot write something, guys. Exactly. This is going to be document write of grade B. Now you can check this. You are getting the output now. Okay, we are getting the output. Okay, do one thing. Let me define the same kind of stuffs here. Right. So right, this is a 70. Okay, now if it is a 70, let me make this as a grade C. Okay, if it is 60, it is going to be grade D. Finally, if no one is there, I want to take the else block also, guys. If all the cases are not matched, finally I want to take it as a fail grade, grade F. Grade F means fail. Grade FAIL fail. This is what I want to do. See, we are taking many conditions. If this condition is okay, execute this. If not okay, execute this. If not okay, execute this. If not okay, execute this. We are checking many conditions on single variable. One variable, we are checking many conditions. If anyone is okay, that block should be executed. But if no, see, we are checking almost all four conditions here. If all the four conditions are not satisfied, then automatically else block will get executed. Then only else block will be executed. If anyone is matched to true here, then that block will be executed. If no one is matched, so then else block will be executed automatically. So this is what exactly else if statement. Now you can check this. This is going to be grade B. I'm getting this. Now I'm making the mocks as a 76. Now you can check this. Grade C is changing. Now I'm checking the mocks as 50 only. Then you can see it is going to give you a grade fail. Now you can take the mocks as 95. Now you can check this grade A. But one thing you observed or not, I don't know. But 95 greater than or equal to 90 condition true. But do you know 95 greater than or equal to 80 also, na? 95 greater than or equal to 70 also condition true. 95 greater than or equal to 60 also condition true. And all conditions are true. Why we are not getting A, B, C, D? We are getting only A only. Remember, in the else if block, if any of the condition matches to true, that block will be executed and remaining will be skipped automatically. It won't check the remaining blocks. If one condition is matched to true, it will never check the remaining. Sometimes, sir, why should I write else if? I want to go if statement only. Now you can see I'm going with everything as if statement only. Everything is if statement only. Everything is if statement only. Then what will happen if we, in this point of time, one person may get the four grades like this? This is the biggest problem. So I want to execute only one block of code by executing multiple conditions. So if you can write if statement continuously, this is the problem. No, I want to execute one block of code by checking multiple conditions. Definitely, this is the best place to go here. That is called else if statement, guys. Right. There is one more thing. Switch also, guys. Here, switch also is used for checking multiple conditions, but switch is not used for complex logics. Actually, very simple logics only. We can go for a switch case. Let me write this also. But seriously says, guys, whatever you can do by using if else statement, we can do the same by using switch, or whatever you can do by using switch, the same we can do by using else if also. That is of your choice completely. So here we have switch. Switch is the thing. This is the block of code. Inside of it, we have to pass the condition. Condition. Switch always executed with the cases. For example, here I'm taking case one matched, execute some block, some code. Every case should have a break statement. Now you can go with the case two or anything. You have to execute some code. If it is a single line of statements, it is easy. Right, so break, right, exactly, and so on, so on. Finally, you can take default also, default, default, some code. If no case is matched, the default will be executed. If you don't want to execute default, you can leave with the default, no problem, right? Exactly. This is switch condition. For example, let me write a small condition here. Uh, Small logic I just want right here. Let me take a variable where day equal to 3. I'm taking day 3. If it is a day 1 Sunday, day 2 Monday, day 3 Tuesday, something like this, I want to go, guys. Yeah, I'm writing SWI switcher. In this, I'm passing day as a condition. Day is a condition. What is the day value? 3. Here, I want to match case 1. If it is a 1, I want to execute something, break. Okay, now? Right, like this, we have to take many things, guys. Here, I'm writing document document dot get element by id, sorry, print it document dot write. I want to write this as a sunday Sunday. Now you can take this as a case 2 Monday. Like this we can take it, guys. Simple logics. If you want to return by using this, we can go with it. Yeah, guys. So finally, if you want, you can take default also. The fault default, fault default. So here you can write day not found. I'm writing something called day not found. If you're entering other than these 1 to 7 cases, it will be give you, it is Tuesday. And now I'm going to take this as a day 30, but 30 is not there, day not found, something like this, it will give you, guys. This is also simple. Uh, it is best place if you can write 1 2 lines of code here. In the cases, you can go with a switch statement. If it is a complex logics are there in every cases, then you can go with else if statement. That's a good idea to go with the else if statement, guys. You can use anyone actually, so there is no restriction. You can use anyone of your choice, guys, completely no problem. Okay, now? Right. So this is what exactly, actually, guys, seriously says I didn't use the switch cases in JavaScript. Actually, I will always go with uh, if else statement only. But in React, I will always use switch cases only in React JS, right? Because very simple logics we are going to write in React. Actually, there's a reason, right? If you want to write complex logics, then if else is a very good place, right? Or else if statement is very good place. Otherwise, you can just leave it, no problem. Okay, now? Right, guys. And finally, I want to talk about one more operator called ternary operator. So this operator is also for, this is also called simple if else statement. Actually, ternary operator, it will be called simple if else statement. It will be like this: condition, question mark, true block, and it is going to be false block. Simple statement like this, false block. This is the one of the mostly used one in React JS. In React JS, mostly used one. Sometimes we have to render some data conditionally. with the simple conditions. We don't want to write many conditions. So by using this, we can do like this also, guys. This is exactly simple if else statement. Exactly, you can take like this also. This is also valid. So what is this? Now you can see I'm going to take a variable where name is equal to, I'm writing something here 10 greater than 5. 10 is greater than 5. If the condition true, I'm writing something called hello. Otherwise, sorry, I'm writing something called sorry. What is this going to be happen? Can we see, if I print this name or anything, you can take some txt, whatever it may be. Now what is the value? So this is going to be evaluated. After evaluating, if the condition is true here, this is the condition is true, this block will be executed. If the condition false, this block will be executed. Automatically the value sorry or hello will be kept into the variable called txt. You can use this variable wherever you want. Console.log or document.write, if you can write txt. Now you can check this, the variable will print the value of the true thing. Now you can go and check this. I'm refreshing the page. Now you can see I'm getting the hello because condition is true. Okay, you can make some condition wrong, guys. Here now I'm making this 10 less than 5, I'm making condition wrong. Now you can go and refresh the page again. Now you can see you're getting a sorry message. This is called simple if else statement. Simple if else statement, you can use anyone actually. So we can use anyone. So whatever the things you want to use, yes, you can use, guys. Here regularly, we can use this ternary operator, if statement and if else statement. I will use generally. I am very much flexible with these conditional statements. You can use switch cases also, guys, here, but don't worry. But you should know what is a condition, how the condition will be evaluated. After evaluating the condition, what are the four values, what are the values we are getting. If what value we can get, we cannot get the output after evaluation expression, either 0, false, null, undefined. In these four cases, you will never get the output. After expression evaluated, other than these four, if you are getting any value, your block of code will get executed. So these points you should understand. Slowly you will get the things clear. So what is a condition and what is the purpose of the condition, slowly we should know. So I will give you some assignments. So based on the assignments, you will also try to apply these conditional and looping statements. Then you will get some idea what exactly a condition is, what exactly a loop is and all. Slowly you will get the things clarity, guys, right? Don't worry about it, right? The next one is going to be, guys, here looping statements, guys, we have to talk about. So looping statements, remember, if you want to understand the looping statements also, first of all you should know about a condition. Everybody know the syntax of for loop, while loop, do while loop maybe. So in JavaScript, guys, we have uh, for loop, we have while loop, we have do while loop, and there is one more thing called for in and for off. These are the loops also there. Five loops are there, and there are some iteration methods also there. They are not part of the loops actually, but these are the methods we are having. Okay, actually there is a method called for each, but don't think for each is not the method belongs to looping statements. It's a method belongs to arrays, right? For each is a method actually. This belongs to arrays concept, guys. Exactly. Okay, na? Right, don't worry about this, guys. This we can talk about later, right? So these are the looping statements, guys, we are having here. So we should understand what exactly these looping statements, when to use what, for in and for off. Actually, in this place, for example, in server side, if you can go, there is a loop called for each loop in server side, for each, right? So this for each is different, guys. Capital EACH. Can you see? This for each is different in JavaScript. Remember carefully. Actually, JavaScript, we don't have this. Don't get confused here. No need to worry about it, right? So this is a for each. This belongs to an array method, right? Part of array. So these are the looping statements we are having. For iterating arrays and objects, we can use these methods, guys. Here, sorry. So we can talk about these things, right? So first of all, before going to this, what is a loop? So loop means, what is a condition, right? We know. Let us talk about one small point here. What is a condition? The condition. So why should I use a condition? Okay, or else why should I use condition? Why should I use condition? Right? Why should I use a condition? Right. If we want to execute, I already written, if we want to execute some block of code at a particular point of time only, particular point of time only, we can use conditions. We can use conditions. Yeah. Now, by using the same, can you please tell me why should I use looping statement? Hmm. Anybody? Why should I use loops here? We know what is a condition. Hmm. To execute something at the particular point of time, we are going for condition. But why should I use a loop? What is the purpose of a loop? Generally, everybody may know what is meant by a loop means. Loop is a repetitive process, right? Repetitive process. Generally, repeating the process, that is called loop actually. Loop means, guys, what is the meaning of a loop? Loop means repeating the code, right? That is what exactly. Remember the same definition, guys. Condition. I'm copy pasting the same definition here. Now you can see why should I use a loop? If we want to execute some block of code at particular condition or particular point of time only, right? At particular point or at particular condition, whatever it may be, guys, condition or whatever it may be. You can write anything here also. At particular point of time only. Okay, leave it about it, no problem if you have any confusion, right? Okay. I didn't change anything, guys, here, right? I got the same thing. If we want to execute some block of code repeatedly, REPEA, repeatedly, this is one I am adding. Can you see, guys, here? Same, nothing difference is there. Condition purpose is only one block will be executed. Loop purpose is to execute the same block multiple time. For example, we know what is this, guys, here. This is a block of code. If it is a condition, if this condition is okay, then what will be happen, guys, here? This will be executed, right? This code will be executed. How many times? Only one time. No. If the condition is okay, I want to execute this block of code repeatedly. Repeatedly means until particular point of time. There also should be some condition, right? So this is what exactly. If we want to execute some block of code repeatedly at particular point of time only, we can use the loops. Can you see the differences of these guys here? We can use loops. This is what I want to write exactly. Simply, what is meant by a loop? If anybody asks you, what is a loop? If you can say, what is a loop, guys, here? A loop is a repeated process. A loop is a repeated process. What is a loop? A loop is a repeated process. Repeating something, guys. Repeating the logic, right? Whatever it may be, repeated process or repeating the logic for multiple times until the condition is true or something like this, we can say that is called loop. Generally, I have one more question, guys, here for you. uh, Let me do one thing. Let me open the paint here. Paint diagram. Paint. I'm just opening paint. Okay, guys. Here, I just want to draw some shapes here. Can you tell me, please? So I'm writing. This is a loop? Is this is a loop? I'm writing a square. Is this is a loop? Which one is loop here? I'm writing many symbols here, right? So I'm writing many symbol, triangle, hexana, polyna, whatever it may be. Now this is hexa maybe. Six shades, right? Right. So six corners. So I'm writing some symbol You can write some triangle also. Can you please tell me, guys, is these are the loops or not? Now I'm going to draw a small thing also like this. Now you can see, yeah, is this is a loop or not? What are all these? Can you guys tell me? You are able to see something on the board. Are they loops or not? Right. Yes, guys. Whatever the diagrams you are able to see right here, everything is a loop. What is meant by a loop? You, if you can ask me, I can tell you, a loop is a loop is a closed path. Simply says, a loop is a repeated process. A loop is a closed path, guys. Simply says. So a loop is a closed path, whatever it may be. Closed path in the sense wherever you started, if you can come to the same point, that is called a loop. Exactly says. For example, we have a bike race or car race. This is a lap. Generally, people will call it as a laps. So if you can complete 3 laps, you are the winner. So you have to start the bike here. Now you are slowly starting the bike here. You are roaming around the lap completely and you are coming to the same point. Then I can say you did one job successfully, right? One lap is completed. So after that, you are going to second lap. After going to, you are going to third lap. So after that, you don't need to go for the one more lap. Why? Because you have to stop it because your thing is completed. Target is 3 laps completed, then completed. But you can see in this lap game application, wherever you started, you have to come to the same point. You have to come to the same point. Then one lap is completed. In the loop also, wherever the loop started, it has to come to the same point. It has to execute the next one. It has to execute the next. It has to execute the next until there is some target, na. So 3. So if you want to win this bike race game, you have to do 3 laps. You have to do 3 laps. First lap completed, second lap completed, third lap completed. Will you go for fourth lap also? Not required, right? Even if you can go, what is the use of it? There is no need of it. See, they are saying that you have to complete 3 laps. So what is my starting point? 1 is the starting point. What is the ending point? 3 is the ending point. So finally, what I observed, every looping statement, every loop has a starting point and an ending point. Loop has a starting point and ending point. What is the starting point here? What is the starting point? Exactly. Every loop, guys, whatever the loop it may be in any programming language, it has a starting point, it has an ending point. Starting point in the sense where to start the loop. So I want to tell you ending point. What is the meaning of ending point here? Exactly. Where to end the loop or close the loop, whatever it may be, where to stop the loop, right? So where to stop the loop. Exactly. See, loop means we will do continuously infinite loop. No, there should be some starting point and there should be some ending point. You have to exactly start from there, you have to exactly end here, otherwise you don't need to go there. For example, my requirement, guys, here I want to print 1 to 10 numbers. I want to print 1 to 10 numbers. Print 1 to 10 numbers. This is my requirement. In this requirement, where you have to start, I have to start at 1. Where you have to end, I have to end with 10. That is called exactly the requirement, guys. Here, the starting point is 1. The ending point is going to be 10 exactly. This is what exactly you should understand. First of all, you should understand the requirement. What exactly they are expecting from us. That requirement, we should get it. So the requirement is the customer is asking print 1 to 100 numbers or print 5 to 10 numbers. Then the 5 to 10. So this is the starting point. That is the ending point. I mean, where exactly you have to start the loop, where exactly you have to end the loop. Yes, this is what exactly the thing. Now you can see, now I'm going to write a for loop. Everybody know the syntax of the for loop. For, you are taking where some variable declaration I'm taking I equal to 0. Sorry, first of all, you have to know the syntax, right? Right, for loop. This is the for loop. Can you see the for loop is also having the same block of code? We know, we seen already this block of code will be executed if the condition is true only. We already seen in the if statement now. In the if statement, what is going to be happen when this block of code will be executed? This block of code will be executed if the condition is true. And remember, this block of code is executed repeatedly. This block of code is executed only one time. This block of code is executed repeatedly if the condition becomes true. So where is the condition here? In the syntax, I have initialization. This is the initialization comma. This is the condition here. And here we are going to either incrementation, either decrementation. Can you see, for every iteration you have to increment plus one plus one plus one. Na? So for example, guys, you have to uh, participate in the bike race. You started from the starting point, you reach at the ending point, then I have to count plus one na, or you have to say zero na? When I'm going to the second lap, you have to say zero, you have to say plus two, plus one two. You have to increment every value, or you can have to decrement the every value. So based on the situation, right? So this is initialization means, remember, this is syntax, and some block of code it is going to be repeated until the condition is false. Now, can you please tell me what is initialization here? So initialization is nothing but our starting point of the loop. I told you every loop has a starting point. What is the condition here? If you can see, condition is nothing but the ending point of the loop or starting point of the loop. Exactly, guys. I mean, initialization will tell us where to start the loop. Condition will tell us where we have to stop the loop. For every loop iteration, this is going to increment the value, this is going to decrement the value. Exactly. Now you can see how exactly I want to print 1 to 10 numbers. Let me create a small html file. I'm going to create a small html file. Let me save the file as loop.html. Right, let me remove all the basic stuff from this file. I'm removing. Right, this is the file we are having. So my requirement is here, the customer is asking print 1 to 10 numbers. So where we have to start the loop? So now this is the syntax for loop, and this is the block of code. In this block of code, what you want to do? I'm taking a variable where I equal to 1, that is the starting point. I less than or equal to 10, exactly 10. So it should be end after 10, and it is going to be increment the value I plus plus. Now you can, if you can go and write document dot write write write, I'm printing the value of I. Now you can check this. If you can print the value of I, it is going to print exactly 1 to 10 numbers only. Now you can check this loop.html, right? Loop.html, just run the file. You are able to see 1 to 10 numbers. Now this is exactly 1 to 10 numbers. No sir, I want to print them into one by one. Yeah, you can print them into one by one by just taking this into a paragraph tag, open paragraph tag, close. Just let me concatenate the variable inside of the two tags. This is the way of concatenating the variable inside the two tags. By just running the file, you can see the way numbers are printed 1 to 10 like this. If you want, you can use a break tag also, guys, here, not only a paragraph tag. If you don't want to use this, simply you can go with a paragraph. Now you can see the paragraph tag will be like this: concatenation I just want to use the concatenation like this, break tag. If you can use the break tag like this also, it will prints like this. Earlier you got more gap between the number. Now I'm not having such a more gap here. Exactly. So remember, this is a very simple loop. I taken my requirement. This is my requirement. 1 is the starting point, 10 is the ending point. Exactly. So I have to repeat this block of code 10 times. For every time, the value should get incremented. First block executed, value should get incremented. And after that, the same process should repeated until this condition will becomes false. When this condition becomes false, automatically you will exit from the loop, right? It won't be, see, if you want to exit from the loop is a repeated process, right? From the repeated process, I want to exit. If you want to exit, definitely the condition should becomes false. If the condition is false, you will exit the loop automatically. Otherwise, loop is going to be repeated continuously. But at particular point of time, we have to stop the loop execution. Otherwise, it will repeated continuously. That is called infinite loop. We don't want to execute infinite loops in any programming language, right? Yeah. So this is all about the basic for loop, guys, here. And tomorrow I will explain you the flow diagram of the loop, how a loop will be flows, and remaining looping statements also we can discuss, guys. Don't worry about it, right? That we can see tomorrow. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, let me know, guys. Here.